Hello everyone, it's Robin here, and oh my gosh, we are storming here like crazy. And you know, one thing I like to do in a good rainstorm is sit down with my cat, a cup of tea, and a good book. Oh, that just sounds lovely, doesn't it? But before we do that, I want to share with you all of the bookish things I got for Christmas. And just check out this stack. Oh, it's so heavy and it's super exciting, and I can't wait to share this with you. Now I have in here, I have some novels, but I also have some specialty books, which I'm really excited about. And I have a new journal, which I can't wait to share with you, along with some supplies. So, you know what? Let's just get to it. The first book I want to talk about is right here, and I'm super excited about this. Not only because it was a book I really wanted ever since I found out it was coming out, but it's because my husband, who is amazing and wonderful, actually drove all over St. Louis searching for this book, because no sooner did it come out, but that it was back ordered. It was sold out everywhere, including on Amazon. You could not get this book for the life of you, but I believe it was 2 days before Christmas he found it. And oh my gosh, I couldn't be more excited. It is Best Wishes and Warmest Regards, The Story of Schitt's Creek. Ah, yes, oh my gosh. This book is amazing that I've looked at it so far. It is huge, look at that. And it is written by both Daniel and Eugene Levy. Now the show Schitt's Creek is amazing. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it, because it truly is funny and warm and all the things. And it's about this family of 4 who loses their fortune and then has to live in this really small town, Schitt's Creek, and they grow within themselves, and they just learn who they are, and it's just endearing and warm and all-inclusive, and it's just all the things. I just love this. So this book came out, and it's really a lot of fan art in this book, but look at the art here. Oh, isn't that amazing? Look at that. Probably, does that have one on the back? Yeah, there they are. But there is just a lot of stories about the episodes. There's a lot of fan art going on in here. And it's just amazing. So that's all about season 2. They have a lot of behind the scenes pictures. So I'm really excited to get into this book. So this is fan art by Bunny Burno. I should put my glasses on. I'm looking at books here. Okay, there we go. So Bunny Perno Horn. So there she did some fan art of David there, and they included in the book, which I think is amazing and fun. So yeah, I'm really excited about this book. Completely excited about this book. So yeah, there they are. Super fun, super fun. So yes, this is an amazing find, and yeah, I can't wait to get this completely read. So in the same vein as that, Rod got me another book. Elf! Actually, he got this for me and Aiden. I haven't had a chance to read it with him yet. We've all been so busy. You know how the holidays get. But this is a pop classic. Look at this. Well, the cover alone. So here's Elf. This is one of our favorites, because it's really Rod's favorite is Elf. I love Elf too, but Christmas Vacation kind of holds that spot for me as my favorite Christmas holiday movie. But yeah, this is really cute. Look at the back. So there's the famous spaghetti scene, right? So much fun. But this book is written in children format, and it goes along the whole story. Look at the artwork in that. Isn't that beautiful? One of the older elves adopted the baby and named him Buddy. And you know, that's how the movie starts, right? So there he goes on his journey. Bye, Mr. Norwal. So this book is really fun, and I can't wait to read it with Aiden. But you know, I just like looking at it myself. Oh my gosh, there's my dad. I love you. I love you. So you can just say the whole movie as you go through the book. So this is amazing. Now, what's funny about this is I came this close to getting this book for Rod, but I didn't, so I'm glad he got it for me. So yeah, this one's really cool. Okay, next I have 3 specialty books. Well, they're really all cookbooks, which for me are amazing. I love cookbooks, and I love themed cookbooks. So I have 3 of them here that I'm going to share with you. The first one is fun because this was actually Rod's gift that he got from his office, from his Secret Santa. And it was funny because he was coming home, he was driving home, and I asked him how his party went and how his Secret Santa went, and he wasn't really telling me what he got. So I just asked him, do you want to rewrap your present and give it to me? And he said, yeah, he kind of did. So he did. He rewrapped his present, and he gave it to me. So what's fun is that we both had this little surprise, but really it does belong to both of us because it is a Disney Villains cookbook. Isn't that fun? Devilishly delicious cookbook. Now, this book is amazing. So there's 50+ dishes inspired by your favorite villains, including Ursula, Scar, and Cruella de Vil. But oh, look at that artwork. Oh, so fun, right? So these types of cookbooks are really fun. This one is beautiful. It has the nice slick pages, which I love in a cookbook, and some amazing photographs. Look at that. And there's just lots of pages. Also, what I love about a cookbook is that, as you can see, there's a recipe with a picture. So each page spread has a recipe and a picture. Love that. So this is Lion's Share Farro salad. Ooh, that's Scar down there. That looks pretty delicious, doesn't it? Yeah. What else is in here? Let's see. Skillet berry pie. Oh, some other Gothel. Look at that. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Very, very fun, hearty, and that looks like it's made with yeah, the cast iron skillet. That's some fun stuff, right? Let's see what else we have. Tiger tails. Look at that. Oh, those look good too. You should also know that everyone runs from Shere Khan, the menacing tiger says to Mowgli with a flick of his tail. So yeah, these are really fun. So there's little quotes in here, and then there's recipe very reminiscent of the different villains. And you know, I know quite a few people that would enjoy this book. And I'm speaking about our favorite Donna and Rochelle over at the Dantes. So yeah, this book looks really fun, and I can't wait to make some of the things. Here's Gaston, a pint of ale cheese bowl, absolutely. So this looks like a really fun book, and I'm really happy that Rod got this as a Secret Santa gift and then regifted it to me. See, I had to when I was opening my gifts, I had to kind of point out which one I thought was the one that came as the regift. So I figured it out. That one's really fun. Okay, I have another cookbook here. I'm really excited about this. It's the Christmas Cookie Cookbook. Oh my gosh. One, I love the size of this. So it's not like giant. It's a nice size, and it's all Christmas cookies. So Rod gave me this as well. Look at that. And it has those nice slick pages too. And look at that. Oh. So Rod and I bought a house that we've been working on all through December. We've been getting it ready so we can move in, which will be happening here in January. And one thing that's coming with that house is that it has a very large kitchen, which is really nice. Now, it's a very large kind of 80s kitchen, but it is big. I just keep telling him that I just want to make all the Christmas cookies. So I think I can make Christmas cookies all year long. I want to be that person who can just make Christmas cookies without even thinking about it. You know, like you see in the movies. I want to be that person. So he listened to me, and he got me this book with all these different recipes. Crispy wreath cookies. Look at that. That looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? Oh, so yeah, we totally want to make some macarons. Look how beautiful those are. So these aren't just Christmas cookies, but just learning how to make all these cookies, yeah, definitely. See, oh, there's some gluten-free. Oh, that's right. There's a whole section of gluten-free in here. So if you are a gluten-free person, look, gluten-free and vegan, it's an entire section. So that's really nice too. So making everyone feel welcome and warmly embraced is a huge part of Christmas, fulfilling its potential. And these cookies do exactly that. So that's really nice. So I'm pretty excited about this book too, and getting to all of the cookies and all the decorating, which is really fun. So yeah, this one's a fun one too. Yay! The next cookbook is really exciting for me because it has to do with one of my favorite shows also, and one of my favorite things, and it is the Downton Abbey Afternoon Tea Cookbook. So it's a fabric, can you hear that? It's a fabric cloth. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, look at this. I love Downton Abbey. I love everything about Downton Abbey, and I'm super excited about this new Downton Abbey movie that's coming out, and I thought it should have been out at Christmas, but it wasn't. So, but it's still coming, right? Yeah. But I'm really excited. So it says, as usual, our expectations are disappointed. Let's have some tea. That was a quote by Lord Grantham. So this is a really lovely book. So you have all the teacups going on in here. I love tea. I love this Downton Abbey and this proper way of tea. Look at that. You know, Downton Abbey in the filming, The lighting in Downton Abbey is gorgeous, especially in the kitchen scenes. I absolutely am in love with the soft lighting they get down there. You get a little bit of here because you know where she's at. There's a window here. See, you know that because we know Downton Abbey, right? So this is a lovely, lovely cookbook, but it also has, oh, look at that picture. Oh, yes. But it also has, look, it has a bookmark thing here, and it has a section here on tea etiquette, preparing tea and serving tea. So it gives you a little bit of the English tea ways, I guess you would say, as well as, oh, pastries, buns, and biscuits. So English cream scones. We're making these. We're totally making these. I think I have all that stuff already. I could go make those now. And the pictures are beautiful, and it also talks a little bit about Downton Abbey and some of the people. It's like you get some of the pictures too. Look at that. Ah, so beautiful. So yeah, this is a lovely, lovely book. And talking about too, you know, the history and how things were made. I think was that, oh, here's a Simnel cake. Look at that. So this also feeds into my Great British Baking Show. Love that show too. So yeah, I could pretend I'm on that show and bake all of these awesome, awesome things. So much fun. I don't even know what that is. What is Bara Brith? The name of this Welsh tea time cake-like bread translates to mottled bread. See, I love that. I love that. So this book will really be fun to get into and to read and just to look at all these gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. And to hang out with your family, you know? Downton Abbey doesn't like my family. It's like my family and friends. So I love this book. This book was given to me by my daughter, Holly, and I'm super excited about that. So maybe she and I can have some tea sometime, a little proper tea. That would be really fun. That would be really fun. Yeah, love this book. I have another book which I'm super excited about because I let Rod know that I really wanted to read some classics this year. So he gave me Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And look at this copy. Isn't it gorgeous? It is such a vibrant pink. So yeah, you can see it on the side. It is gold gilded there. The book is really pretty. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And the pages are, oh, they're just nice. Yeah, it smells like a book. So every chapter has this design on it, like so. So as you're leafing through the book, you can kind of see the design coming on the pages. So it's really lovely. It also has a bookmark in there too. So Pride and Prejudice, written by Jane Austen in like 1813. It's a famous book. I'm sure you've heard of Pride and Prejudice, but it's the perfect story for me to be reading right now for sure, because while it's a romance, it's also very much a satire. So it's full of fun and folly and all of that. And it follows this family. It follows the Bennet family, who the mom and the dad, they own an estate, I guess, or a property, but it's entailed, meaning very much like the Granthams in Downton Abbey. Okay, it was entailed, meaning it can only be transferred to a male heir. Well, the problem is, while they have 5 children, I think it's 5, they're all girls. So that's not gonna work. So if the dad were to die, they would all be penniless and broke. See, it doesn't make sense, but this was like back in this was over 200 years ago. That's how the way it was. Downton Abbey, oh, it translates to that, doesn't it? It's the same type of family dynamic. So the book goes about with them trying to get their daughter married off to a wealthy man. And so in comes Mr. Is it Bingley? He is a wealthy bachelor, moves into the neighborhood. So, you know, that is they're gonna set their eyes on him. I love the first line of this book because it really tells the story. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. And so it goes with them trying to get their daughter Elizabeth married off. Well, Mr. Bingley's friend, Mr. Darcy, now you may have heard of him, right? He becomes quite a big person in play here. So I'm really excited to read this book. Now, a little daunting because it's a classic. So classics tend to be a little daunting, right? There's 519 pages, also a little daunting. And there are, so I looked, how many chapters there are. 61 chapters. But you know what? I started looking, and each chapter is only 3 to 5 pages long. That's not daunting at all. So here's chapter 1. So look, that's chapter 1. That was it. See, I read chapter 1. So, not daunting if you look at it in terms of reading chapters. I even thought to myself, worst case scenario, I could read 1 chapter a day, and in 2 months I'll be done with the book. But I think I'll probably read it faster because I'm really excited about this classic, and I know it'll want me to get into more classics for sure. Okay, let me show you another book I got. It's not quite a book, it's a little bit of a journal. So Rod got me a new bullet journal, and I'm pretty excited. Now, I have never bullet journaled before. So a bullet journal is a book usually with dot grid paper, and you draw or write blocks in there to write whatever you want to write. Now, a few of my friends I know do bullet journaling. So my friend Rochelle, you know, from the Daunties, she has a bullet journal that she shares sometimes on her Instagram, Life in a Nutshell. I will link all of these things down below, by the way. So you can check it out. So that's pretty fun. And also my friend Nicole from Irresistible Magic. She does a bullet journal sometimes, and she's an amazing artist. Now, I'm not quite the amazing artist, but I want to try it. So you don't have to be an artist to try a bullet journal. And that's what we're going to do with this. So this one is the brand Primrosia. Look at that. I'm going to give you a close up because this outer cover, see the journal comes out. The outer cover is actually beautiful. Look at all the artwork on this outer cover. And if you can notice, look at that toucan going on. It is very tropical feel, this one is. Look at that, look at the birds. Oh yes, and all of the leafing definitely speaks to my tropical soul. Yes. So let's pull it out of here. Oh, it's really pretty. So it's a fabric cover. Can you hear that? Oh, so beautiful. And it is a deep jungle green. Look at that. There's a bit of blue going on, but check it out. There's a toucan going on right in the center, so I can look at them all the time. I love this. So there's a strap on here. Now this is very comparable to an Archer and Olive. If you have an Archer and Olive, this is very comparable. The pages are very thick. They're 160 GSM, meaning it's a very thick cardstock, so that you can use markers and paint and stamping on them, and it won't go through to the other page. It has 160 pages? Yeah, there's 160 pages in here, and they are dot grid, and just check it out. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. So you can hear, that's how thick the pages are. Can you hear that? Yeah. So these are a bit of a creamy white. I think the Archer and Olive, if you get the white, is more of a bright white, but I kind of like this creamy white too. It's really pretty. And the pages, so I'm just comparing it to an Archer and Olive in case you felt that, because I know those are really popular. This is like a watercolor paper, so there's a bit of a texture to it. I think Archer and Olive might be more smooth, but this will be really fun to play with too. Look at that. So there's dot grid in here. Apparently I'm supposed to do something with that. And you have all these fun pages, all the possibilities and hope. And you get to the back side, and there's a pocket to put some stickers or whatnot, and a pen loop on the side. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. Now, I think what I might be doing with this is using this to start a reading journal, because I've been trying to get back to reading, and I started this last year. I used to be an avid reader, like all the time reading. I had a ton of books, and in the past few years, just for circumstances and whatnot, I just fell away. So last year I started getting back into it. I got back into I got into Goodreads, and I didn't read as many books as I thought I wanted to, although I did hit my Goodreads goal. It's very tiny. If you look, you'll see. But this year I have a lot of hopes of going forward, because I've just been excited, you know. And I think having a reading journal will be fun and helpful, and allow me to practice and play with a bullet journal. And I will do this here on the channel. So if you have a bullet journal and you don't know what to do with it, or you have never done one, let's not be afraid. Let's all do it together, okay? We won't be afraid of the bullet journal. And I will share with you some of the things that I'm doing, and I'm really excited about that. So speaking of this, I got some accessories for this. Let me show you that too. Oh, I'm really jazzed about this. Now this bullet, before I do that, this bullet journal, my friend Lindsay from Lindsay B, she got a reading journal also that looks amazing, and it's from the Clockwork Reader. I will link her video down below because she just shared it. I looked at that after she shared it and I was like, yeah, that looks like an awesome reading journal. It's really pretty too, so you might want to check that out. But a bullet journal can be done for anything, right? But I think I'm going to turn this one into my reading journal because I have it here and I'm in love with that. And I can't wait to see what Lindsay does with hers. Okay, accessories. The first accessories he got me was this. Look, it's a little house. And it is a little house filled with 100 dual tip markers. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. So they're dual tip. So one tip is, you know, like a brush pen, right? And then the other side is more of a fine tip. Look at that. So we'll get to play with all of these in the bullet journal as well. I mean, there's every color you could possibly imagine. Brights and neutrals, they're all mixed together. But yeah, super fun. So we have some of that. We also have some fun things to play with because he got me a set of stamps. Oh, okay, I used to be an avid stamper. I don't really have any of my stamps left because when we had to move from San Diego, California to here, you know, some things just had to go. So all my stamps did. But this is a box of alphabet stamps and they're like the typewriter, like typesetting. I used to be an editor for a newspaper. Now, while I never had to typeset papers like this, I know Rod has, because when he looked at this, he was like, I don't know why you want to do that. Because that used to be his job. But I'm really excited to use these alphabet stamps in my new bullet journal. So that's pretty exciting. Plus, look at the case they're in. Okay, of course I can't close it, but it's pretty awesome, right? Okay, we'll just put this here and pretend it closed, okay? We'll get it closed in a minute. I got another thing of stamps too. So while all the stamps that come out now are those acrylic and acrylic blocks, those are really cool, but I also really love the wood stamps. And this is a set of, I don't know, it's 2 like bottle jar situations and some leafing florals. It's actually called Herbatuny specimen stamps. But look at that. So I was covering them up. So those will be really fun and give some nice movement in the bullet journal. So yeah, I'm really excited to use these and to share this with you. And I'm really serious. I don't know what I'm doing, and we're just gonna go forge ahead and not be afraid of the bullet journal. We're gonna write in it, and we're gonna color in it, and we're gonna do all kinds of fun things. I got another little crafty item that's bookish, and that is this. And it is a book binding starter set. Super jazzed about that because it comes with like wax threads and the needles and all of the fun things that you need to bind little books together. So you can see that coming ahead in the near future on the channel as well. I have some fun ideas for this. We can make our own little traveler's notebooks and whatnot. Our own little dot grid journals, maybe to practice before we put it in the real bullet journal. No, put it in the real bullet journal. But yeah, this will be a lot of fun to play with. Oh my gosh. So many awesome, lovely, lovely things. I have one more book to share with you right now. I didn't get this for Christmas, but I got it right before Christmas because it was a book I had pre-ordered and I'm pretty excited about it. Check it out. This is Whispers from Before, Tales of Myth and Legend. So I need my glasses again because I want to read something here to you. So this book is really, really cool. Just look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and it says, in Whispers from Before, myths transform and legends are recast as threads of the tales you've known are woven into something new. So this is a collection of 5 short stories, and the titles, the Gumiho of Dragon River, oh, I probably pronounced that wrong, of Underwoods and Underworlds. Ooh, I'm gonna skip one here because I'm gonna talk about that one in a second. Nama Koakahui's Treasure, I butchered that, I'm sure, When the Night Left. And the third story in here is called Break River Banshee, and it is about, in the Arizona Territory, Zeke Taylor is thrown into the deep end as a new deputy sheriff when several folks turn up dead in the mining town of Break River. And I read that to you because that short story in this book was written by our own Abigail McKenna. Abby of the Disney Sisters. So check her out. She is published now. So I will definitely link this down below also for you, as well as everything else from Amazon. I think a lot of these can be found on Amazon. I'll put those links down below if you want to check them out. But definitely check this book out because it looks really cool. Short stories are awesome. And you know, you love reading stories from your friends, right? Definitely, definitely. This has been so much fun. I'm super excited about all my new Bookish things because a lot of them give me something else to do, which I love that. I love that. I get to explore new areas and new things. I get to make some cookies, some villain things. Oh, we can have a nice tea. That would be fun. And play with a new bullet journal. Yes, so excited about this. Anyway, oh my gosh, thank you all so much for joining me. Let me know if you have any of these, if you've read any of these, or also if you know how to bullet journal, or if you have a bullet journal and you're afraid to use it, which I kind of am, but we're gonna do it anyway. I would love to hear from you for sure. Thank you all again so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!